What's up with y'all young boys? Welcome back to another video, and today we got a Hello You Seen video, and this one is about Kai and Mr. Beast. I guess they started beefing recently. You know, I don't watch much Mr. Beast, and I don't watch much Kai Cenat, but I can respect the two lanes they're both paving for themselves. I think Mr. Beast is worth over $2 billion right now, and Kai Cenat, he just broke the record for the most streams ever on Twitch. That's an insane feat for both of them. Both of them are in crazy trajectory in their careers. So we're gonna watch this video. We're gonna see what the beef is all about. If you guys want to watch this video, go ahead. It's by Hello You Seen. It's on his extra channel, and this video is named Kai Cenat is not playing games with Mr. Beast. What did Mr. Beast do? We're gonna figure it out.
You know, we finally got the confrontation that people have been waiting for between Kai Cenat and Mr. Beast. People weren't sure whether it was ever going to happen or if Kai Cenat was just going to move on from the Team Water project that he didn't donate to. If you guys remember, Kai Cenat teamed up with XQC and Aiden Ross to do...
I don't know why people was like going crazy about Kai Cenat not donating money to the Team Water Foundation thing. Aiden Ross, he was like really like instigating it a lot. Mr. Beast, he has some things to say. XQC has things to say about everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. And I think if that, honestly, if everybody was jumping in, I wouldn't really give a fuck until XQC says something. It's just the way he talks. Everything about like his mannerisms is just annoying, kind of annoying.
Team Water, which was a live stream where they raised over $12 million. They broke a world record for the most amount of money raised, donations in a single stream. And part of that was some people calling out Kai Cenat. So really this started with Mr. Beast, but the fact that Aiden Ross was a part of it got a little funky. So Mr. Beast started it off by saying, I remember at XQC and Kai Cenat, you guys talking about who's richer on stream and going band for band. Let's settle it. Whoever donates the most to Team Water is officially the richest. And this was in August, the beginning of August. This was August 1st that was tweeted. And to give you guys a little bit of a preface, Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross were, I wouldn't say they were on the rocks, but they were in the process of repairing their relationship when this was going on. Mr. Beast, Aiden Ross had nothing to do with this, and Kai Cenat and Mr. Beast, or Kai Cenat and XQC, have had their own static between years. They were cool at one point several years ago, but he felt like XQC would be taking shots at him, and Kai Cenat is somebody from...
XQC does be hating a lot. I don't know if you would really call it hating, but he always has a little bit of something to say about every topic going on. And sometimes he does be throwing a little bit of shade towards other people, especially Kai Cenat, the Clover Boys, all of them. He was talking about Reggie and how he didn't get, how he was like botting views, and how Kai Cenat was botting views, talking about his chat was slow, shit like that. That would get under my skin, honestly. There wouldn't be a lot of people on YouTube that can get under my skin, but XQC would be one of them. Just the way he talks will piss me the fuck off.
What I've been able to gather,
it wouldn't even, he could talk about I had unicorns in my house, and I would get pissed off about him saying that.
It's either you're his friend and you abide by those things that you would abide by for a friend, or you are not his friend. There's not this like middle ground.
What the fuck is going on right now?
Criticizing him on a public platform where people may look at him negatively, and then you're like cool with him behind the scenes, and you're just saying like, oh, I was just saying my opinion out loud. He does not rock.
Kai be doing random shit
because I'm not somebody that rocks. I understand people are like that, but those people can stay over there. So part of that was money, and then Kai Cenat talks about we could go band for band. And then he did have to get humbled because XQC does have a lot more bread than Kai Cenat.
Oh, yeah, I remember that shit, man. There ain't a lot of guys that could go band from band with XQC. That motherfucker's Kick deal and how much he's making on Kick, how much he's making on all his different platforms is insane. I don't think anybody is really touching it. I think Aiden Ross might be the closest person to XQC at this point. We're not just talking about millions, tens of millions. We're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars being thrown into this guy. I don't even know what XQC does. That's like the dream come through for a desktop streamer, though. to just make millions and millions of dollars just sitting behind a computer. Imagine right now you could sit down behind the computer and just make tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars just talking about random shit. Or doing like casino games and stuff like that.
Kai Cenat has a history with Mr. Beast. He, of course, was a fan of Mr. Beast, and I believe he was inspired by Mr. Beast. I consistently call Kai Cenat the Mr. Beast of streaming, Mr. Beast of Twitch. Whereas Mr. Beast is production values, craziness, taking things to the next level on video on demand, so on the YouTube platform. Kai Cenat is that for streaming, which is very difficult. But these guys had their own collaboration for a previous Mafiathon, and I'm gonna...
Before the 12 driver assist systems. Before the 7 passengers.
I'm gonna play you guys a clip right now when they were collabing together.
Thanks to Mr. Beast's credit card, we want to help make more dreams come true, so we're throwing our card in the mix!
Whoa. Wait, how much?
Oh my gosh!
That's cool. How much is on it? Oh wait, that's actually pretty cool artwork. Oh.
I'm about to run this up to me!
Wait, can we show that?
We hit a lick! We hit a lick! Yes, we can show it!
Okay.
We hit a lick!
How much is on it though?
So for this collaboration, this was a huge deal for Kai Cenat at this point in time. He wasn't as big as he is right now. He was.
Which Mafiathon is this? Is this the first one?
Had not yet really just exploded. It was in the process of doing so. And really, Kai Cenat and Speed really took it to that next level. Of course, you can't get into this conversation without mentioning Aiden Ross. But Mr. Beast, he gave Kai Cenat a ton of money to donate and to spend on people in the Bronx, and of course, like, there were sponsors involved in this, like T-Mobile from the clip that I showed you. So these guys had already collaborated. They were chill, they were cool, at least in terms of like a working relationship. But with the Team Water thing, Aiden Ross would then call out Kai Cenat, and he would say, oh, I donate this much if Kai donates this much. And
it's just instigating too. Like, I could understand like you wanted somebody to donate, but the whole way that the whole entire situation was started and how Kai was brought up into it, like, the whole thing is just instigating. It's literally just clip forming and instigating. It don't make no sense. And what the fuck is Los Polos doing in this? Is this Los Polos? What the fuck this Illuminati used to call them? A Hall of Fame fridge protector? Buffet protector? Look at Los Polos.
Kai didn't donate. And I even said this, where I was like, yo, Aiden,
what the fuck is he doing in here?
Kai, I don't think that was a situation where it's like it can be used in a joking manner, because there are all of these clip pages, which is, it's the new National Enquirer, and the new celebrities are the streamers and the content creators. So National Enquirer tabloids these pages that are incentivized to get a ton of views. Some of them have it out for a Kai Cenat or whatever streamer. They're all people running this, so they have their own biases and people that they like and don't like. So a lot of people started saying, yo, Kai hasn't donated. And he ended up not donating at all. He wouldn't allow himself.
That's on him, man. If he doesn't, if you don't have to force it. This is a crazy point in the video to pause at. This motherfucker got his mouth wide open.
So when he
all right, but this motherfucker don't gotta donate. I don't think anybody has to donate to anything, honestly. If you want to put your money into something, go ahead and put your money into it. This whole thing is a tax break at the end of the day. 100%. You think Aiden Ross is putting hundreds of thousands, probably $1 million into a charity because he likes it? Let's be real. Let's be 100% right now. Let's be 100% real. Y'all really think these motherfuckers is putting in this money into this shit just because they want to? No, this shit is a tax break. A tax break. Do your homework. This whole thing is a tax break. Mr. Beast, I definitely think Mr. Beast has good intentions behind it. 100%. But the people donating money, it's a tax break. They have to file that shit on their taxes. Boom, I donated to charity $100,000. Come on now. And if Kai Cenat likes a different charity more than he likes the waters thing, whatever it was back in the day, let him donate to that. He's already trying to build his school in Africa. He's already coming out of his pockets. That's something he believes in more than the water. So why did it have to even be a thing? I remember seeing the whole thing everywhere. Everybody was going in on Kai Cenat.
Talks about the Mr. Beast Team Water situation. This is the first time he had spoken on it since then, and I'm gonna play you guys the first clip right now.
I can't fake it, man. Jimmy cool. That was pulled last month was a little fishy. Hey, listen, no hard feelings though. No hard feelings though. That was a little. I'm just being real. But shout out to Jimmy, man.
This nigga too PR trained, man.
In this clip, these tabloids started to spread it as if Kai Cenat thought that Team Water itself, the charity, was fishy, which is not the case at all. It is easy to misinterpret it like that, especially if it's chopped up in that way. But what he was saying was fishy was how Jimmy, Mr. Beast, was behaving about it. Like, he's like, yo, the fact that he's like mentioning me and then mentioned me a second time, and then he's with Aiden and he wouldn't do this unless I did this and I'm getting dragged into this. Like, I don't really mess with that. And I gotta make it clear too, like, some people will say like, yo, Mr. Beast is a little bit aggressive in getting donations, but that's kind of what you gotta do. Pressure people a little bit to, especially rich people, where they're not pressuring broke people, to donate to this cause that serves Mr. Beast. And I said, Kai Cenat, why would he do that and just be because keep in mind, Team Water, it's Mr. Beast. Now, those three, they broke the world record, XQC, Aiden, and Mr. Beast. But Mr. Beast, his foundation is Team Water. So all the credit, quote unquote, goes to him. Whereas Kai Cenat, maybe he wants to do his own initiative, like he's doing with the Nigeria thing right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kai Cenat did come out with his own thing like that, just like Mr. Beast did. And I wouldn't be surprised if Aiden Ross, Mr. Beast, I wouldn't be surprised if they just didn't donate to it. Or they'd donate big amounts just to say they got money like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't donate.
The reason why Kai Cenat says,
oh my God, man. The fuck is this? World of Tanks? This nigga's got planes and shit.
that this, like, it was a little fishy, is because that's what resurfaced this narrative that Kai Cenat was quote-unquote scamming with the school in Nigeria. And this goes back to Makoko, Nigeria, when Kai Cenat went over there to do a live stream. Makoko is this popular, like, slum where there's just water. It's on top of water. It's very difficult. And this page, KickChamp, along with a couple of other pages, they were trying to resurface that, yo, the school's not built. There's no progress on the school. And they were trying to do it like in the Dr. Umar thing. And it wasn't catching...
Y'all seen that shit with Dr. Umar? And then Nicki Minaj called him out and shit like that, bro. I don't know what the fuck be going on, man. But like, Dr. Umar, he was sitting there begging for money. Nicki Minaj called him out. It was a... We got the cops outside? I forgot what I was saying.
Until he did.
Oh yeah, Dr. Umar. Yeah, he was going on some. He was on some. I don't know if he's scamming. He's supposed to be building a school or some shit in Nigeria, somewhere in Africa, and he's living out there. He was asking hoes for money and stuff like that. I don't know what was going on.
Didn't donate to Mr. Beast's Team Water. So he starts facing heat. That starts going viral. It starts spreading everywhere. People are calling Kai Cenat a scammer. So much so that Kai Cenat had to come, show everybody the updates, and tell them that 15% of Mafiathon 3 was going to go to Nigeria. He brought in someone, I believe a woman from South Africa that works with these organizations to build a school. And I'm willing to bet that if this didn't happen, this negative press that he got for not donating to Team Water, not just not donating to Team Water, but them using him not donating to Team Water as a way to slander him, it's really slander, for the Nigeria situation, I don't think he would have devoted 15% to Nigeria. He may have done it for a different charity or a different cause, but he was forced to address that. So he gets on the phone with Mr. Beast, and I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
First up, I want wanted to just say congrats on cracking 1 million.
Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, and keep talking about what you were saying on stream. I could tell that there was, the whole Team Water thing.
Nah, yeah,
people were running with that, and I actually, so I'm not even joking. I don't know if you got I don't know why I have two Kai Cenat saved, but I called you and texted you quite a bit, but I didn't realize until a week ago that it was your old number.
Yeah.
And I reached out to your manager. I was like, dang, does Kai hate me? And he's like, no. And then I asked for your number. I was like, oh, I've been texting the wrong number this whole time.
Yeah,
so.
Jimmy, I love you, and we've been cool for a long time. I think, but if I'm being real, like, from me to you, what happened last month, I don't think you see it from my perspective, but from what happened last month, if you looked at everything that was going on, it was a little too much. I kind of I had to it was my old number, correct, but I also had to lock in for this month, but also I felt away from that, if I'm just being honest.
Yeah, no, I could tell it wasn't like the people were running with the you not donating and stuff. That's why I tried calling, and I replied to a tweet telling people to chill out.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah. So I
don't think Mr. Beast meant any harm, and I do think this was a bit of a miscommunication between.
Like I said, I think it's really like Aiden Ross and stuff like that. There's some they have a hating ass mentality. That whole Kick side, it's like DC versus Marvel. Kick versus Twitch. Aiden Ross throwing shade at all the biggest streamers, stuff like that. Not really throwing shade, but there's like you could tell when a person like does little stuff. You could tell, and I really don't know how to explain that. And then XQC, man, he just says it openly, man. I'm telling you, that's the only motherfucker I get mad at. If he ever says something to me, I'll be pissed the fuck off just because of the way he talks.
Them and Mr. Beast got stuck in the middle of something that he didn't know that was going on with.
Where the fuck is XQC from? Where? I heard he's from Canada. They talk like that in Canada?
Kai Cenat, and just in the streaming world in general. And now I do think
I know them motherfuckers from Toronto be talking crazy.
I think Kai Cenat's looking at it like, yeah, I appreciate you
them
saying that.
Motherfuckers be talking about Gerbert, calling people a Gerbert.
Yeah, he appreciates you saying that, but all the damage had already
calling people a Crody.
And with the whole change in the number thing, this does seem like something that Kai Cenat does, where I think he just falls back from the person and expects them to understand what was going on. So I'm glad that they had this conversation, because I think this is something that's you can repair. You can put this back together. They can have a relationship again, because I don't think there was any malice from Mr. Beast's end, and he just didn't know. Whereas in the past, for example, Kai Cenat did something similar, and I don't think Kai Cenat is very confrontational from what I'm gathering, because when it happened with Aiden Ross,
every time something like this happened,
off and wasn't speaking to him.
Every time something like this happened to Kai Cenat, he tends to either not respond or should respond to it briefly, unless it's real blown up and out of proportion. Like the Bruce stuff, he made a whole segment about that Bruce stuff, but other things he kind of just hits on it and just goes away from it. You got to think though, Kai is a very, very brand friendly image. Kai Cenat, he's not his brand isn't even a person no more. That's a whole business. Kai Cenat is a brand now. You gotta think about that. And he's appealing to so many different audiences, especially the kids under 18. I guarantee the biggest portion of Kai Cenat streams is people under the age of 18. Oh, that 1 million subs, I guarantee a lot, but a huge portion of that was motherfuckers that are under the age of 18. I guarantee motherfuckers that gotta use their mom's credit card and stuff. You gotta be brand friendly. And I feel like him addressing everything that happens and every little conversation that happens about him on the internet, people eating him up on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, other YouTubers talking crazy to him, this little TJ situation, just having stuff like that is not good for a brand at all.
him anymore answering his
That's
calls.
why motherfuckers be pulling out of brands and stuff like that, or that's why like Nike, Adidas, they be like pulling out of people's like collaborations and stuff like that because of the shit that happens online.
When that incident happened with Tav, Aiden's former manager, when Cenat had that Big Mac meal with the chicken Big Mac meal with McDonald's, and then Cenat's manager calls
chicken
him,
Big
he's
Mac,
like,
nigga.
Chicken Big Mac, really? Chicken Big Mac? And he's like, yo, why is this guy calling me and talking to me like this? And then these pages that are affiliated with Kick or named after Kick are just throwing like dirt on Cenat's name and creating these narratives. He's like, yo, what the, like, and then he just falls back from Aiden, and Aiden doesn't even know what that dude Tav said. So Aiden's in the dark. I think he just assumed that Aiden knew what was going on or was a part of what's going on. So that led to them not speaking for a very, very long time until pre-Team Water incident, of course. And then they speak, and Aiden fires his manager for not just that, but for some other things that he felt he wasn't living up to. Like, he kind of did him dirty. He
should have fired that nigga in the first place, big dog.
Details. So I think that was another example of Kai just falling back on certain people. And the situation with Bruce too, he addressed that publicly, but that was just out there in public. So him just falling back from Bruce is completely understandable. But I don't think Kai is going to be like, yo, why did you do this? How come? Like, let's work out this situation. I think from what we've seen so far, he's just the type to be like, yo, you know what? I'm just not going to mess with that person anymore. And I do understand that, because sometimes I've done that. And it's not always the right approach, because sometimes it is just a genuine misunderstanding and it could have been repaired, but you know, you decided not to address it. But I do like the fact that Cenat is willing to address it. He's like, listen, man, I didn't like what you did there. Like, that was uncomfortable. I had a bunch of other stuff going on. And he wasn't saying like, yeah, dude, you know, like my number just changed.
At least he did address it sooner or later, though. At least he did. Because I guarantee there were still little weirdos on the internet still talking about that, and they're still going to be talking about it till this day. Even after this whole little conversation that Mr. Beast and stuff had, there's still going to be people talking about it. I guarantee XQC is still going to be talking about it. I guarantee he's going to bring it up in the future at some point. Aiden Ross might too. You get what I'm saying? But tell me what you guys think about this whole topic. What do you think about XQC, Cenat, Aiden Ross, Twitch versus Kick, DC versus Marvel? What do you guys think about this whole situation? I heard YouTube's going to be getting in the mix too. So it's going to be YouTube. It's going to be YouTube, Twitch, and Kick all against each other. Give them brand deals. YouTube just did a brand deal with Speed. Tell me what you guys think about this whole little topic right here. DC versus Marvel. Twitch versus Kick. Make sure you guys sub to the Twitch down below. We're going to be going live on there here soon, playing a whole bunch of games. The month of October is going to be fun. We got the Black Ops 7 beta. Battlefield 6 comes out. A bunch of other games come out. Stuff like that. So make sure you guys sub to the Twitch down below. We're going to be going live a lot on there. Make sure you sub to this channel. Make sure you sub to the main channel. Make sure you like and leave a comment down below. I'll talk to you beautiful people later. Y'all have a beautiful day.